I hope y'all don't hear that television. And I'm in the bed, and I got little Mrs. sleeping with me. She have spent the night with me for 2 nights in a row. She was sitting up here playing with her phone. She be playing these games, and I had the light on, and she started talking like graggly, and then I made her. She went to use the potty, and then she got back in here, and she was looking at the phone a little bit, and then my eyes starting to get heavy. And I was like, shoot, my eyes been getting heavy for the last few days too, because y'all know it be certain times out of the month where I be sounding like I really don't want to talk. My words be dragging. I'll be talking slower than normal or whatever. And Lord, I wish that Lord, I'm going to have to quit saying whatever. Because that word have been a habit for me for a long time. And I want to quit saying it. Oh, Lord. So, oh, Lord. I just keep on thinking about it. I don't know. I need to just come out of that notion of saying that. But anyway, little missus, if y'all hear her snowing, and then there's cartoons on in here that they got going full blast. I hope you guys get to hear me. But I'm come to give a divine message. And what I wanted to talk about, like I said, I kind of like on 2 of the videos, like that was yesterday or the day before that, the 2 videos that I had put out the day before, what I was saying or whatever, when I was telling you guys about the divine, like people just try to throw the word divine out there like it's just, like me and my brothers and sisters or whatever, even though my brothers and sisters got taken by my aunts and uncles, and they went with them, and I was like the one that was with my mom like during a lot of other things that occurred or whatever, because by that time, but it was a period of time where me and a few of my brothers and sisters, like my oldest 2, like they lived a long time. Like when I was younger, they were already getting raised by my aunt, and my grandparents had my oldest sister, and my aunt had my oldest brother. And then my 2 brothers, my 2 middle-aged brothers, they went with their father. And then my aunt and uncle always took care of my other sister. And then my other brother, the youngest brother, but he's older than me because I'm the baby, he got taken by my uncle and his wife. And my uncle and his wife split up after like 20 something years or something. And my uncle, I don't know why he did that, but he left my brother with his wife or whatever. She wanted to keep him, but anyway, my brother got stories for that too or whatever. Like, one time he was just saying, but we just went through a lot, but like we have a lot, like we have giftings, and we're real spiritual. Me and my brothers and sisters, no matter where we were and who we were kept by or raised by, or if we were, because a lot of times we was taking care of ourselves, because I think it's like 2 of them out of that got taken by my aunt and uncles were the ones that stayed with them till they got grown. But the rest of us, we was out in the streets. We was like, my middle sister right now, she'll tell you like I went through like a lot of hard stuff with my mom or whatever, like more worse than what they had to go through or whatever, because I was the baby and they left me with my mom knowing she was incompetent or whatever. So me and my sisters and brother, well, not that sister grew up in church and stuff, and I don't know, we haven't really just, me and my sisters and brothers, none of us were not really close because we all were separated when we were younger. We're not really close like that, but me and my two oldest brothers, we are. Me and my two oldest brothers and my oldest sister, we all were close, but the other two, they mainly stayed with my aunt and uncles like all the time until they got grown. So it's just, I know me and my brother too, that's older than me, he's the youngest of my brothers, but like me and him is really, really spiritual. Like we know a lot of stuff. My other brother, my two oldest brothers are really spiritual, really, really spiritual. We all are, and we always have been. And so that's what I was telling y'all about the divine and all of that. Like people claim that they're spiritual and that they're, if you're spiritual or whatever and you're using it and you're walking in the proper alignment of spiritual, of light, like you're gonna be able to tell by your actions, because you're not gonna move in a certain way. Like you're just gonna be different. Like I can be loud sometimes on my videos because I'm hyper. I always have been hyper or whatever. And I have ADHD and, I had PTSD and all of that. Well, I'm not going to say I had, that's just what they were saying. And so, I would have anxiety and I went through like different things. But if you're spiritual, a person is going to be able to detect that. And when you're really, really spiritual, you can manifest a lot for yourself, but you got goblins and entities and dark people out here that are fidgeters and they're scramblers. They're scramblers because they focus on outer surface. They're really not digging deep within and grabbing their spiritual giftings or from the root of their inner spirit. They're not getting ideas. They're not getting stuff to create and do things spiritual. Now, everyone, basically, if you really tap into it, or you go to God and ask him and surrender and stuff, like you got giftings inside of you that a lot of people don't even know that they have. But when you're too focused and caught up on the outer surface and you're just a copycatter or always trying to one-up someone, or you're a scrambler, you're an outer surface person, and most likely you're going to be able, like you will take something spiritually from someone else and use it for yourself. You will take their spiritual giftings and do it for yourself. Again, I say, not saying that you're going to have good luck in that for always or whatever, because eventually whatever energy you use, it's going to come back to you. And at some point in time, you're going to fail in that because it was never yours to take in the beginning. That wasn't something God wanted you to be doing. And it's going to fade away, or someone's going to come and snatch you right off of your high horses of something that you thought you took from another person. When you're divine is hard, y'all. I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all, and you're basically one, like, when you're divine and you're spiritual and you're the chosen one, you basically have went through things that you, like, a lot of people wouldn't have made it through a lot of these struggles. And while you were going through these things, it wasn't no whole lot of people helping you. It wasn't people helping you. If anything, they were doing you, like I'm stating, just as they said, it played out with Jesus and the man that was right beside him hanging on that cross. When they hung Jesus and beat him like that or whatever, and he told that man that you will be in paradise or whatever, like that man was suffering just like Jesus were or whatever. You are a person that have suffered many struggles. Now, I'm not going to say you can't be spiritual and that you don't have giftings and that you're not a chosen one because you haven't went through certain different situations either, because God, he's the one that pick his people. But you're gonna eventually know from, they're gonna be a person, they're givers and they're silent givers basically. They love people a lot and they're really basically not worried about outer surface things. They're not really just a jealous hearted person, and they stay to themselves. They're empath, light workers, and they have prophetic visions, messages, all of that, and they're here to help the world's vibration be lifted or whatever. Another thing, the divine people just study just throwing divine out there on people or whatever. Like, people is so caught up in this world, is so backwards that people look at you for what you have and they try to make you great from that. But that's not the case. Everyone needs money to live, but this world is destroying the people that's in this world. People in this world is destroying people that's in this world because they're making people feel inadequate and underneath them and lesser than, and God never meant for it to be like that. Regardless to the money you have, whatever you have, if it was more people focusing on loving thy neighbors as they love themselves and helping in that way, or seeing one another in that way where people wouldn't have to go out and kill, steal, and destroy other people to try to eat, then this world would be better. But because you got a person that didn't struggle all their life over here, and you get this person that got all these giftings and this money and all this stuff, and they go to flashing it all in this person that's in poverty, ain't never got out of poverty, don't even really know how to get themselves out of poverty because they're stuck, and a lot of them be stuck with a lot of childhood wounds which has destroyed or damaged them. So therefore they can't think outside the box, and they have blockages and their hearts be cold, and they refuse to heal, and they refuse to open up their hearts. And they see all they see these people using their giftings and making money and bragging and show flaunting and doing all this stuff. So they feel like they're not going nowhere. The poor person that's coming out of poverty and that don't have nothing, don't even know how to get anything. They feel that, you're boasting and bragging and all. That's what make people kill people. Like, if people was helping and loving and lifting these people up or whatever, some of this stuff that's going on in the world would be stopped. Now, I'm not going to say about the child molesters because you're sick. It's something in your mind, and I'm going to come back with that too, because I got some deep stuff that I need to get out about that situation that needs to help people that's going through that, because it's some sick people and they have touched, molested, and did a bunch of stuff to people. Like, just because we've been molested and all of that don't mean you have to go use your nasty, sick thinking or whatever to do that to someone else and most of the time it'd be a kid or something. You don't have to do that. You need to put guard over your eyes and guard yourself and do something. You got to do it. But the divine, what I'm telling y'all, why do you think it's called divine? Divine is like a grapevine. And it grows and grows and grows and grows, and it's grapes. And people can eat from it. But God is the one that pick his divine ones or whatever to be able to have all of that manifestation in them spiritually, to be able to give out for other people to eat off of them. When you're divine or whatever, like I was trying to break it down the other day for y'all. How do you think God fed all them 5,000 people or whoever it was with 2 fish and 5 loaves? God is divine. We are made of nothing but spirit. And now who you decide to operate out of your spirit, it could be the devil or it could be of light and be of God. Who you decide to operate out of your being in is up to you. Okay. But being divine or whatever, how do you think God was able to feed them people? Because he fed a multitude. When you're divine and the spirit is already in each of us, it's just some people decide to take on the same role of the spiritual aspect, and it's coming from the devil's advocate, like a demonically spiritual thing or whatever that's being used for darkness to kill, steal, destroy, do all sorts of bad things. And where over here for God and the Holy Ghost and all of that, it is used for the light, to help the vibration, to help raise people up, to heal people, to uplift people. And and you also, in the spirit of light, you can tear down paradigms and tear down strongholds and all this that people are living too high up where they thinking they're God himself. But divine is something very valuable. A lot of people can eat off of a divine person. A divine person come with manifestation ready. It's a lot of things that they have on the inside of them that bring about wealth or whatever. So, everyone is not like that. It's people been starving on YouTube. People that really wasn't making music and all of that. And if you would just sit there and listen to some of my conversation, my testimony, all my stuff I was writing on YouTube, those people could go and make music and stuff off of my stuff. Everybody is like, and I'm just saying, but I hope they're using it for the right reason. I hope it's changing people. I hope, because to me, they just reaching and grabbing the stuff just to go and repeat it and use it, and it's not helping their spirit grow. Like, it's just, they're using it for an empty cause or whatever, because it's doing nothing to change them. And that's bad. Okay? So, divine and spiritual is deep, y'all. I'm going to have to come back with y'all on that. And like I say, I really want to do a class, because I really want to get down to the nitty gritty or whatever of making y'all understand divine and what it's, your self-worth and all of that. It's not about no paper, baby. Y'all been tricked. You've been pranked. The devil done pranked y'all with money, paper money. The devil done prank y'all. Money is easy to go and buy something that could hurt you. Money is easy. Why do you think money buy prostitutes? That prostitute could have a STD. Or why do you think prostitutes want money to prostitute with a man? The man they walking into that motel room with could be a mass murderer or something of that nature. Like, God is so tired of it that stuff about that's gonna occur is about to be so, like, over our head that we just gonna be shocked. Like, did that just happen? You know what I'm saying? Because people, they're refusing. They won't stop. It's so much everybody running around, and now these females or whatever, and like males and females got body jobs, boob jobs, and all that. You can't tell anyone a different. So, you know, can't nobody really get on the drags for the way they are, because you know all the women is the same way. And I don't know if these women going to get these booties because they getting ass shots, getting hit in their ass because these men is liking butt or whatever. But like, it's just way over here with me. Like, I'm just like lost for words, girl, because I know how to be funny, crack jokes, talk. I know how to imitate people's voices, all of that. I just love doing stuff like that. I got my own giftings. I don't be trying to one up people. I'm not no hater. I don't care. Like, it used to be like this all the time, and I should have known this like way back when I was younger, like when certain things used to happen to me and the way I was being treated or whatever. But all of this stuff led me to here, and now I'm really starting to know who I really am. I knew I had it back then when I was younger, but people can know that you have it too. It's just something about you, and that's why they mistreat you. They mistreat you because you come with all of this stuff that's spiritually gifting, and it's already the light that shine, and they want to either dim it down or dummy you down, or don't want you to be seen, or they want to take it from you. Well, God is not having it anymore. So the divine ones, they're fighting. They up for the fight now. So Satan can come on with it. Like, I don't care. Like, people is plotting on YouTube and all of that. Like, but they plotting on me, but don't know that I'm basically really a major usage for like a lot of people on YouTube. So like, they coming for me or whatever. Like, what do you think you're getting at? Like, I could leave YouTube, like, because I'm a strong-minded person. If you piss me off hard enough, I'm leaving. And I'm about there because I'm just sick of all the stuff that I'm seeing and the energies and how people operate. Like, I don't like it. And you know, when I really put my mind to something, I don't give a damn what type of voodoo they didn't try to practice to make me stay or keep me here, because I've been feeling that too. Like, somebody that went to try to keep me connected to YouTube because they don't want me to leave too. And then you got other jealous haters, these hoes, and some of these niggas want me to leave. Like, I will leave. Like, I'm a real strong-minded person. Like, can't nobody, just because I've had to fight a lot of hard, strong battles by myself with nobody but me and God. So I solely depend on him. And when I put my mind to it, and when somebody hurt me too, and like the woman was saying, like the spiritual reader that's on YouTube, she's an ancestor reader. My deceased loved ones, they not playing with nobody about me. They gonna do something gonna happen with you if you mess with me. And it really ain't no threat. Like, it's sad, and I be trying to warn people, but they really not listening. Like, some of my people was not saved, and some of them was, but they fighting for me with my ancestors before them. Like, so it's spirits around me. Like, some of them good and some of them bad, but they here for my protection with my ancestors, like with God before all of them. And God is allowing it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be trying to really beef with people like that. I'm really like here to really like shine light on negative situations that people doing that they claiming that they not seeing that they doing that's wrong. Like, my nigga, you been doing this for how long? And you claim to be way up here. No, you're not. You're a piece of shit. Like, doing somebody like that, you're a piece of shit. And stop bragging on your money, because your money can't even, your inner spirit can't even add up to all this high dollar money you got. Like, your spirit you as a person is a piece of shit, like, on the floor. That's why that, like, they tell you, like, it's not good sometimes for the wrong people to get money in their hands. Because if they was a bad seed, a person with an ugly heart, that just made them much uglier. So, like, some of you people, like, y'all need to just zip it and work on you. Like, get your spirit up. Get you as a person up, because you already been doing this for too long. And, like, it's, like, really, like, getting boring. Like, with just seeing you do that, and you got all this money, and that's all you really can use to throw in someone's face. But, like, I know the real y'all now, because for you to be so rich, for y'all to be so rich, y'all wouldn't ever have been just, like, listening to me or whatever and making music or doing whatever you're doing or whatever with my wisdom, knowledge, words, anything, you wouldn't have seen my stuff as good enough to be used if I was a nobody. That's why. So don't come throwing your money at me, because I'm for one person, when it comes to people and money, I don't give a damn about money. When you start mistreating people for money is when I cut you off. Fuck you, your money, all of that. I don't care about any of that. When you mistreat a person or low rate someone, all to throw money in someone's face, oh, you're way, and you're not spiritual. You're out of there. You're nobody. You're not divine. You're not spiritual. Nothing. Like, you're just being used by Satan. Like, period. So that's all I got to say, y'all. But divine is like a grapevine. It can feed a multitude of people, and it's spiritually, like, you're spiritually rich abundantly on the inside. Your treasure chest box is, like, got all kinds of money, like, in it to manifest, like, a lot of stuff. Like, some of us have been held up by the way people have treated us and tried to knock us off our game and make us feel insecure and all this different stuff. But it's not for you to feel like that anymore. Just figure out a way of what you're going to do next to try to just manifest your stuff and stay out the way, because as we can see, these people are on the wrong road path. God bless y'all. Have a great night.